Hi folks, and welcome to this episode of Vern's Misadventures. Today we're going to be upgrading OpenSUSE. So our current version, if we look here, so currently we're running OpenSUSE 42.3, you see right here, and we're ready to upgrade to the newest version. I've actually gotten messages stating that this version is no longer supported, and yet I had updates today that I installed, and hey, whatever. Point is, there's a new version out, and let's try it out. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do this as an upgrade so that I can keep all my files and everything else. So we'll see if that's an option. If so, we'll do it that way, and if not, well, we'll probably have to do something different. Well, let's give it a shot here, shall we? So let's go ahead and hide me, and we can get rid of the terminal, and then we can go ahead and open up Firefox. Yeah, here it goes, and we'll go to OpenSUSE.org. Where we can get Leap. So let's do a quick more information on Leap. So anyway, this is the stabilized operating system with the regular release. Receive updates and harden your OS. OpenSUSE latest major distribution. Pick your desktop, configure your system, and enjoy platform of choice for Linux developers, administrators, and software vendors. So this would be Leap 15.1. I wonder how they went from 42.3 to 15.1. Okay, so to answer that little question here, this article here on Zeldor.biz shows that OpenSUSE Leap 15 is based on SUSE Linux Enterprise, or SLE, and the name Leap 15 is meant to match SUSE Linux Enterprise version that it is based off of. So I guess it would follow that 15.1, Leap 15.1 is based off of SLE 15.1. So there we go. There's the new numbering. And since they're going to be basing one off the other and all that, they figured they'd go ahead and number them similarly just to avoid some confusion, I guess. Probably in the development stream too. I think I read something about that somewhere. But there is something of an answer to our question. Anyway, let's go ahead and click Install Leap. And I guess we'll just go ahead and get the DVD image. It's 3.78 gigs. And then we will save that. And let's see, it wants to put it in my pictures. I think it's more of a document. So we'll save it there. And we'll save. Alright, so while that works, we will go ahead and look for something to burn the image with. So let me see. Actually, I'm not really sure what I have. I'm going to just look at my applications here. Oh, I have Brasero. It's right there in the first screen. Yeah, we'll go ahead and minimize that for now, but we'll have it ready. So you click Burn Image. It's real simple. And then you gotta click here. So that populated, see, then you just have to select a disk image, and we'll go to our documents where we saved it, and this is OpenSUSE 15.1, and then we just click Open, and then simple as that, we just go Burn. What I like to do is also I like to make a note of what partitions I'm using. So yeah, let's just hold off a second here. So we close that, and we close that, and then we can go to gparted. Go to gparted. We'll have to enter password to use that. we'll click no. We don't want to make any changes to any of the Windows partitions. Then what we do here is we go to device. No, go to there. We go to device as. Oh, that's right. We're on SDE. Now I remember. All right. So there should be a lock on what we're using here. Let me see. Yeah, let's make this larger so we can see what the heck we're doing here. And then right here we have our butter file system, BTRFS, and our XFS. Now these two are being used by OpenSUSE, and obviously this is your root and this is your home, and it's also using the swap, 4 gig swap. So those are the partitions we'll need to use. So we'll get a piece of paper and write all that down so I remember. Root is SDE 7, and then home is SDE 11. So swap is SDE 2. Alright, so now we got our partitions written down that we want to use for our installation. We can close this out and go ahead and do that. So after we restart, we'll go ahead and boot into our installation disk. Alright, so let's go ahead and reboot. Oh, okay. So we'll just arrow down to upgrade. And it's loading the Linux kernel. Okay, next. Alright, so it says it has found our SDE 7, which is our root partition, and that is the system to upgrade. And we'll click next. So here's what's going to be done. We're going to, these repositories were found on the system you're upgrading, and all these are going to be removed. Okay, next. System has an active network. Additional software is available. Yes, we'll activate those. Alright, so here you can choose that if you wanted to get the source code for any applications you would want to install. I did that before, and it seems like it just causes hassles with your updates and everything. And then I didn't really do anything with the source code. It was a good intention, that kind of thing. So unless you're actually going to do something with it, I would leave that unticked. And of course you got your debug repository untested updates and your debug update repository. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do these here, the main ones, and we're just going to click next. We can always add one later if we want. So it's adding repository, main repository. Now it's adding the update, initializing the installation. Alright, so it says it cannot solve all conflicts here. Manual intervention is required. Oh, I see. Install GStream plugins bad with vendor change. Yeah, we'll go with that. And then we go install GStreamer plugins bad lang vendor change. Okay, more about that. Alright, problem with installed package, plugins, libav. Whoops. So that all has to do with my, basically with my codecs and whatnot for video. So what we'll do is we'll just allow a vendor change on these, basically. Just about done here. Okay, try again. See what it comes up with now. Now on this screen here you can basically choose which ones you want it to deal with here. So I want to stay with GNOME. You can get all these development tools later. Let's just go ahead and accept.
Okay, and then it's going to go through all these automatic changes here. Yeah, I'll be honest, I wouldn't know enough about this to decide whether to do it or not, so we'll just continue. Alright. So here's what's going to happen here. On this line here, it's going to update OpenSUSE 42.3 to OpenSUSE Leap 15.1. Alright. Booting, bootloader type grub, enable trusted boot, no. So we're going to be putting the bootloader in both the boot partition and MBR. And that is so that we will have a fallback should one get corrupted, since this is the main booting system for all of the operating systems except for Mac OS. So yeah, let's run with this. Update. Start update. So it gives you one last warning before you really outdo yourself here. Alright, what are we doing here? Oh, it's running, okay. So it's underway. Alright, so we're finished installing, and it's going to reboot in 4, 3, 2, 1 second. Let's go ahead and see what 15.1 is all about. There. Alright, so let's get logged in. I think what I would like to do is see if it's got any new artwork or anything. So let's do the change background thing. Alright, so here's the wallpaper that comes with the system. Acquaintance. Alright. I guess this is the only thing I really see that seems semi-new. So yeah, there you go. Got this new wallpaper. Alright. Pictures, I want this one. Okay, then we need to go into tweak. And in tweaks we go to desktop. There we go. And change that to expand. There we go. So now we got the desktop that spans both of them. Check and see if OBS works. So far it's not even launching. So that could be a bad sign. So OBS Studio times out before it starts. Let's see what happens here. Okay, let's uninstall it and reinstall it. Let's open Yast. Oh, here we go, software repositories. Let's see, if we add one, a community repository, next, it's going to download a list, and we want to get the, the Pac-Man repository. Okay, and then we go OK. Well, let's see what all repositories we have here now. OpenSUSE Leap. Okay. So, in order for OBS to work properly, we actually need to upgrade the priority to one higher than that. So you could go like a 90. So we give that top priority and OK. I would like to visit over here, and we'll go to the OBS website. Alright, and we click on Linux. Alright, so this here will switch all of our FFmpeg packages to the Pacman repository. And then we'll close, or no, minimize. We'll go over here to the terminal. Then we'll paste and enter. Pacman not found. Alright, let's have a look here. So if we run that same command here, let me see. New window. Run that same command. Pacman.inode .atsuse. Here we go. Now we're switching them up. So we go over here, we go 1. Alright, here are the choices. Install with vendor change. So we're just going to basically go through this whole list, choosing 1 for each one. And yes. Alright, so with that done, we'll go ahead and uninstall OBS using YAST. And then we'll go over here. So what we're going to want to do is uninstall and reinstall. So OBS, and there it is, and make sure that goes to accept. Yeah, we'll just uninstall it for now. We'll just finish that, then we'll reboot. So close and reboot. Alright, so now we should be able to use YAST to install OBS Studio. So we're using the right libraries and everything. So now we can just reinstall OBS. So software management. We'll type OBS. Alrighty. You just gotta scroll down to the O's. And we'll look for OBS Studio. Here we are. And accept. Okay, so we click finish and close. And here is OBS Studio. Okay, it opened. That's a good sign. And so if we start recording, a quick test to see if it's going to record okay. Stop recording. And we go to find where it dumped the recordings, which is usually in my home folder. I need to change that. Alright. 12:11, here we are. So there's VLC playing the video we just made. Quick test to see if it's going to record okay. And so that's how we fix that. How about that?
I got a message here, and it says that I have an GNOME shell extension for Dash to Dock can be upgraded. So we're going to run through how we do this. So we're going to go over here to the GNOME Tweak tool. And if we go over here to the GNOME Tweak tool, we can go to extensions. Now, Dash to Dock. Alright. That's this little dock down here. If you were to turn that off, then you no longer have a dock at the bottom of the screen. And in order to get to your favorites, you would have to stab the corner, and there it is right here, along the left side there. So Dash to Dock makes that a lot more convenient to use. At least I personally like it. And you can put it in different positions and all that good stuff. But I like it on the bottom. I find it very useful there. I think it looks nice too. So how do we update it? Well, here we go. GNOME shell extension. We can just click install. Okay, install. So we click install. And we launch. Okay. And we go to about, and this is now version 65, which is the newest version. And so we have solved that problem. So that's how you update that. That's real simple. Okay. So that was simple enough, wasn't it? So all in all, it was a pretty easy upgrade, and thank you for watching. Y'all take care.